Ladies and gentlemen, more and more Black Americans during this pandemic are arming themselves. This story came out in Politico. And you know what? I think this is a great thing to happen. Long overdue, as far as I'm concerned. So, this is July 26, 2020. When coronavirus lockdowns spread nationwide in March, millions of Americans flocked to their local grocery stores and wholesale markets to stock up for what would become months stuck at home. Black Americans did the same, but some had one other plan in mind: to shop for a firearm. Since the beginning of the pandemic, there has been a growing interest among African Americans in arming themselves, as evidenced by increased membership of Black gun owner organizations. The interest ballooned in the wake of George Floyd's death, which reignited debate about public safety and the role of police in Black communities. Sensationalized stereotypes about Black Americans and guns, however, are also being used by critics of the anti racism protest to justify a security crackdown in urban areas, many with large Black communities. The rush to purchase weapons and ammunition is not unique to one race. More Americans across the board are arming themselves this year, including those who are not legally eligible. However, new Black gun owners see firearms as a tool of both empowerment and self defense. Philip Smith, president of the National African American Gun Owners Association, said his organization's annual membership has increased by up to 2,000 members per day, a figure he used to see annually. His organization has grown to more than 30,000 members this year and has an online following of nearly 90,000 people. The influx of interest in gun owning and seeking membership in Black gun owner organizations began as soon as the pandemic set in. Fears of a damaged economy, disrupted supply chain, and slow moving federal response inspired people to take up arms, and they're still moving too slow. If you have half a brain in your head, even saying, oh, this might get serious, let me plan accordingly, Smith explained. The Floyd protest, he added, were a line in the sand for many of his new members. Leaders of other Black gun ownership organizations echoed this response, saying the spike owes to the range of concerns many Black Americans have, whether it was fear of a food shortage, lack of a grocery store, the short response time for law enforcement, or whether people were still fearful they were going to be attacked. I don't know, said Derek Morgan, the national commander of the Black Gun Owner Association. Morgan said interest in his group grew so quickly that the website crashed from the surge in online traffic. I'm going to have to check out his website. A lot of people are reaching out to us, mainly new gun owners and people who wouldn't have considered owning a gun or firearm for their protection, have been lining up to purchase firearms and access information from our website. Their reasoning has become much harder to ignore, especially as social media sites and phone video turned into tools of capturing and responding to instances of police brutality. Floyd's death, we know that drew international attention, and protests broke out all over the world, actually, over Floyd. The video of Ahmaud Arbery, who was killed by white vigilantes in a Georgia suburb, Um, and that also drew a lot of attention. Rashard Brooks, who was shot in the back by a police officer following a confrontation. While the vast majority of demonstrators across the U.S. this summer have been unarmed, some have sought to make a statement with their guns. In Stone Mountain, Georgia, an open carry state, at least 150 African Americans asserted their Second Amendment right as a tool of protest, dressed in all black and armed with semi automatic rifles. The group marched through Stone Mountain Park. Yep, I remember that. To protest its depiction of Confederate generals. A similar march organized by Black gun owners took place in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma in June, timed to President Donald Trump's rally in nearby Tulsa. Smith said his organization is not affiliated with such groups, but emphasize with their members. Anytime any community has been pushed and pushed like ours has been pushed, I may not agree with what you do as another organization, but I certainly understand where that stems from, he said, adding that their efforts were done out of survival and being able to protect your community. Their demonstration and others have drawn the ire of some conservatives. Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler decried the mob rule in Atlanta during the June 24th interview on Fox News as the cable network played images of Black protesters carrying semi automatic. We're a nation of the rule of law. And this is exactly what will happen if we defund the police. Oh, get out of here with that crap. Did you say anything about those white protesters that went up to the state capitol with their semi automatic guns? Then shut the hell up. We don't want to hear you. Okay. Trump referred to the movement as a hate group, but he's talking about Black Lives Matter, and repeated talking points favor of tough policing. Well, Trump been talking all that crap forever. Law and order president. Yeah, president himself that breaks the law and want to talk about law and order. Show your damn taxes, Trump. Okay. So now you see the Trump administration, ladies and gentlemen, have deployed these federal agents where protest is happening in the city. And I think the biggest one is Portland, Oregon, where they are doing all kinds of things. I was watching some of the videos. It's crazy up there right now. But nevertheless, people do have the right to assemble and protest. If you don't feel that, then maybe you should get that out of your constitution. Plain and simple. People technically do not have to get out of the streets of America if they are protesting peacefully. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I don't blame a lot of the people in our community that want to become gun owners. As far as I'm concerned, it's long overdue. This should have happened a long time ago. With the kind of history we have had in this country, we got every right to defend ourselves at this point. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.